Okay, good evening everybody, welcome back to FTRL. We are here for week number 8 of season 26 in GT2. We've got a mixed week this week at Brazil, so we'll be starting off with a 5-minute qualifying, all drivers on the soft tyre, followed by a short sprint race, and then we will have a endurance race to end the evening. It's just me, myself and I this evening, so please be kind, keep the comments rolling in, and I will try and keep on top of them. Please let me know as well. I've been having a few issues with my microphone, so if it goes a bit fuzzy, please just let me know ASAP, and I'll do a quick reboot on that. I'm just going to turn my game sound down because it is quite loud. So yeah, just me, myself and I this evening. I think we just have the one reserve, which is Pagani in for Dusty Fossil. And we are about to get underway. So full grid tonight, still loads to play for. We'll go over the standings shortly. I'm going to follow Joe Burns in qualifying this evening. I think he's the one to watch at the moment. He seems to be going pretty well. We've got the championship leader, who is Andy, so also seen as FTRL Autism from your side, and relatively closely followed by Jadon. So we'll have to see how that goes. Tonight it'll be 1 point per position in the sprint and 2 points per position in the endurance, because it's a slightly smaller endurance race. But lots to play for as we head into the final couple of weeks of the season. We'll get a grasp of which is the better car around here at the moment. Lexus is going to be good tonight, is my prediction, because obviously its fuel is quite a lot better than a lot of the other cars. We will have the livery glitch, sadly, but shit happens. But yeah, let us know who's watching, who's in the comments, etc. I do feel a bit under the weather tonight, so please do bear with me. I'll try and keep it as entertaining as possible. But yes, I'm just putting up the standings for GT2. So as it stands heading into tonight, as all the drivers are coming around to as they warm up to start their first flying lap. They're probably going to get a couple of flying laps tonight, given the nature of the circuit. But as it stands, FTRL Autism is leading the way on 246 points. He's had 4 wins this season, and his closest competitor is Jadon, who's on 225 points. So the gap's 21 points, and Jadon's had 2 wins. Andy's teammate Glyn is in P3 on 202, so he's a further 23 points back. So, and then Joe Burns and Derek are on 189 and 188 respectively. And then you've got a little group of Mikey and Dusty Fossil, who are a couple of points apart in the battle for 6th. But with Dusty Fossil away tonight and Pagani covering, Mikey has a chance to extend that gap, as Pagani will be on half points. So yeah, lots to play for tonight. If Jadon outscores Andy tonight, it is all to play for as we head into Bathurst next week, which will be a standalone endurance event. And then we've got the final week of the season at Autopolis, so for a few sprints and a little bit of Japanese chaos. So in terms of the teams championship, it is extremely close between the top 3. So we've got the Doctors on 1,059 points. They've had 12 wins between them. Mr. Smith are obviously spearheading their attack. Then we have the Milker Boys in P2 on 1,012. So they are 47 points behind. And then a further 1 point back, so 1,011 in P3 is the PS Playmates. So it is extremely close between. I think those 3 of the teams going for the title, I think the One Hit Wonders and the Big Kahunas are just that tiny bit far out as it stands. Joe Burns about to cross the line, fastest lap so far is Brent with a 1:30.7, and Joe Burns slots into P3. So let's go and see who else we have available. Let's go on board with Owen in the McLaren. Obviously the only person across both divisions this season to actually run a McLaren, so he's done what he can with it, but obviously it isn't the strongest car on the grid. He's currently up by 2/10 in the first sector, but he's had to lift off a little bit around turn 4 there, but we'll stay with Owen. I believe that's, is that Glyn or is that Bread just ahead of him there? But the McLaren should go well through the middle sector here. He can actually hit a lot more of the outside curb if he wants. Yeah, he's lost a bit of time through that sector as Owen. So this is the corner that always catches me out, that grass on the left hand side. I always seem to dab that grass and go into a half spin at least once whenever I race around here. But yeah, Unsafe has made some gorgeous Halloween liveries, but unfortunately you can't see them because of the livery glitch. But we'll stay with Owen as he's come around to complete his second flying lap, and this might be the last lap for some of these guys, depending on whether they can get to the start-finish line by the time it hits 5 minutes. But Owen's going to come round. He doesn't improve. Who's at the back of this queue here? Nobby Norris. Is he going to come? Is he going to get there in time? 59.5. No, that's last lap for Nobby. So a couple of them are not going to be able to set any further lap times. Let's go on board with Jonesy. There's the Halloween livery from Unsafe Release, if we can get some sort of a glance at it. Very, very nice livery. Jonesy doesn't improve, and Pagani obviously having to start from the back. He's just going to go around and get a warm-up lap, which he's got a 1.5 second penalty for it, so it's not probably the best for him. Bread's getting a nice tow from Andy on their last flying lap, but then again he is 4/10 clear. 130.7 is extremely competitive. Andy currently in 4th and Jadon in 5th, so the title contenders are very close. We'll stay with Andy. Is he going to finish before Jadon? Jadon has finished, so Andy could get a jump on him here. He's down by 1/10.5. If he gets a good final sector under his belt, he could have done with following Bread up here, to be honest. As Bread drops it like a dick. Round he goes. Andy, can he improve? Has he had a good final sector, or is he going to stay 4th? He'd like to put a bit of distance between him and Jadon, but he's got a penalty at the end, sadly for him. Mikey's finished. Glyn, is he going to jump up the order? No, he's going to stay where he is. And I believe that's everyone. And Bread's not going to improve there. So Bread's going to be your pole sitter. So extremely nice on his return. Just over 4/10 clear of his closest competitor, which is Derek. And then Oblivion in P3, demonstrating some really good pace again. Andy in P4, Jade on P5, Mikey P6 after his week away, terrorising people in the Canary Islands. And all of the vulnerable... No, don't say that. Don't say that. Glyn in P7, Joe Burns P8, Royston P9, Odon P10, Sagoose 11, Nobby Norris 12th, Zom 13th, Jonesy predictably 14th, and Pagani no time set because he's slow. So there we go. We're about to get underway for a 13 lap race. I should know that because it says it right there. And who do I think is going to win this? Given by his pace, I would say Bread, but you never know with Bread. You never know what's going to happen with him there. But please do quickly like the stream this evening. Like I said, even if you're having the worst time ever, it just... actually, I mean, you haven't got to do it. You can do whatever you want. It's a free world. But pressing it anyway would be hugely appreciated, if I can say that much. So who's in the stream? We've got Unsafe and Fever. The Germans are here. Beach is here. Good evening, Beach. Hope you're well, mate. Hopefully to see you back on the grid in the new year. Missed having you around, mate. Derek's in. Best of luck tonight, Derek. Mr. Smith and Pagani. 20 people in the stream, so please do like, etc. We're pushing towards 500 subs in FTRL, which would be a nice little milestone for all of our efforts. But yes, please let us know who you think is going to win the sprint this evening. I do think Bread has a very good chance, but you can never rule out any of those drivers behind him, to be fair. Derek, Oblivion, Andy, James, etc. I'm going to bet against... Jamie McElravy. He's in. He's got his dirt bike helmet on. I can see him. Hello, Jamie, mate. Hope you're doing well. You're a legend in your own right, good sir. As we prepare for lights out for the first race of the evening. Fat Dane's in the chat, rooting for Odon. No jump starts because Junkie Sport's not on the grid. Somebody might have though, Jonesy might have. Bread is under attack from Derek, but he's going to loop it around the outside, and can Oblivion get down the inside of Derek? And there's been a little bit of contact. And Oblivion and Andy and everyone's all over the gaff. Has anybody spun? No. So Goose had a little bit of a wobble there. Bread's gone defensive. Derek. There we go. Andy and James side by side. James later on the brakes. Up the inside, little tap from Mike. James has done the Verstappen defensive move, and through goes Mikey. So Andy has conceded positions and Mikey has made some. Oh, massive contact. Round goes Mike. It looked like he just turned in there. Oh, and now he's twatted Pagani. Oh, you can tell he's back. He's dropped all the way down to the back, and Joe Burns has got a half-second penalty. Oh, it's all going off. Where's the co-commentator when you need one? Right, well, there's been some distance made between Bread, Derek, and then Jadon, who's in third. Andy has fallen some more after that contact with Mike. I'm not really sure what happened. It looked like Mike just sort of tried to turn in as Andy was there, but that was only from a glance, so I could be completely wrong with that. So effectively, what I'm saying is I'm pretty shit at this. I'm just guessing. Someone has a penalty. I'm sure I saw that. It's not Jadon, it's not Glyn. But Glyn's had a really good start up to P4. He's had a really good season so far as Glyn. He's P3 in the Drivers' Championship. And that's quite an impressive dive bomb from Oblivion there. Oh, and he's just slammed on the brakes after through the corner, and Andy's hit him as a result. I mean, I respect Oblivion for letting it go, but he probably should have given up a bit more space there. But let's go on board with Andy and see whether Andy makes the move. He's got the opportunity to dive down the inside. Small bit of contact on the outside, but Andy's going to go through, and Oblivion gets a half-second penalty for his troubles. It's fairly comfortable for the race leader. Bradley 1.8 seconds back to Derek, who's 2 seconds clear of Jadon, who's 2.5 clear of Glyn. And then we have a bit of a kerfuffle. Zom has had a really good start. He's up from, where was he? 13th to 6th. So blinding from Zom. Someone did have a penalty. It's Oblivion, yeah. He's gonna really struggle. He's sliding a bit. So Goose is also sliding a bit, and Nobby's got a 1 second penalty. Pagani, Joe Burns has dropped off. I'm not too sure what happened to him at the start. There was a lot of chaos. Why is Jonesy back there? That's an impressive gap that Jones has created for himself there. 31 seconds by the end of lap 2. On board of Andy. Now this is his teammate who he's fighting here, so you would think and hope for Andy's side that Glyn won't make this too difficult for him, because that's his championship rival ahead. Now Glyn is still in the fight, of course he is. Depends on whether it's going to be any team orders here or whether they're going to still squabble it out. No, he's still going to go, rightfully so. Jonesy never liked the Beamer throughout the season. Braking felt awful for him. Yeah, I think he struggled on the wheel as well, but a little break after this season for those that aren't doing the little mini championship we're rocking. So Oblivion under pressure from Royston, sat just behind Zom. I must admit, even though it's boring to say this out loud, I actually still quite like just the standard McLaren livery on this game. I know it's very basic and just orange, but it just looks smart. Is that a new livery from Zom? It's not. Oh yeah, it is. There's a bit more green on it than what there was originally. What sponsor is that up the side of there? Oh yeah, the old dodgy flip-flops, isn't it? Sure it is. But as you were at the front, Now, Royston is very close to Odon. He's going to have the slipstream and he will definitely have a chance in turn 1. Will Owen defend on the outside or the inside? We'll go to the outside. Oh, Royston wasn't sure what way he was going to go. Owen keeps position. There's an opportunity for Royston there. Yeah, no, to be fair, Dane, he does tend to just swap liveries. That's kind of his thing. Oh, Andy and Glyn, they've swapped positions. Not sure whether that was just a legit move or whether Glyn kind of yielded slightly for him, but Andy can now chase after championship rival. Now, it's only 1 point per position here, so it wouldn't even be the worst thing in the world if Andy and James were to finish where they are. Derek has pulled a couple of tenths back on Bread, so we'll keep an eye on that as the race goes. But it's all kind of as you were. Yes, that's a very good point, Unsafe. The zombie's kind of coloured like the Brazilian flag. So you should be doing this, not me. I'm useless at it. Mikey's still squabbling with Pagani. Now, where are the teams as they sit now? And I appreciate it's only the start of the evening, but the Milker Boys are 1, 4 and 5. The Doctors are 2, 6 and 13. And the PS Playmates are 3, 8 and 14. Oh, Nobby, he's touched that grass on the outside and he's cut the next bit of grass. So easily done. Zom got a Brazilian. And Mikey up the inside of Sir Goose. They're squabbling for P12. Have you missed much? Yeah, a little bit of chaos on that one side, but Owen Jonesy's quite far back already. 32 seconds. And Bread qualified on pole by just under half a second from Derek. And there was a little bit of contact between Mike and Andy on lap 1. It sounds like there's been a lot, but there's not really. It's a bit of a train. How was your trip to Preston, my friend? Have you ever given yourself a Brazilian? Yeah, I have. Yep, can confirm. Can confirm. Now, Oblivion, after serving his penalty, is caught right back up to Royston. He's obviously got quite a lot of speed around here. Oblivion, he qualified P3. He's on the attack of Royston. That gap is coming down, just under a tenth. It should be quite routine here. Yeah, Royston doesn't fight that too hard. Sensible from Royston. And through goes Oblivion. Try and stay in his toe. Capitalised any mistakes ahead. Meanwhile, Odon back on the attack with Zom. Now, if there's one person you don't want to try and overtake in GT2, it's Zom. Oh! A bit squeamish for me on the old eye there. Let's go and see this little pack of dicks at the back. Led by the biggest dick of them all. It's Bugatti. On the hard tyre, Mikey, Goose and well, the rest of the drivers are all on the mediums. And Mikey's run very, very wide there into the grass. And he's still got his wiggle on. Now, Mikey has actually had a lot of practice because he took his PlayStation and his wheel abroad. He had it in Lanzarote so he could carry on practicing. We all told him not to, but that's Mike for you. But good to see the practice paying off. P14, it's going well. Bread 2.4 seconds, 2.5 seconds clear of Derek, who's dropped about half a second to Jadon, but nothing too crazy. And he's not closing in on James, it's just kind of all as you were. 31.9, he pulled a couple of tenths that lap, but unless there's a little mistake from James, I think he's relatively safe from Andy at this point. Halfway through the race now, we all get to see me try and figure out exactly what's happening in a endurance race this evening, so I hope you all enjoy that, because I certainly won't. I never know until there's about 3 laps to go who's actually where in the race. Normally I have Will for that, but he's on holiday with his family. See if Joel Jonesy's pulled a couple of seconds back on Nobby, so don't count him out. 2.5 seconds now. The gap is slow. James is slowly reading him in this lap, I think. Now, to be fair, Andy's taken some significant time out of James this lap, so unless James has had, and he's 8 tenths down actually this lap. I didn't see what Andy's split time was, but he's taken a second out of James. I'm just going to stay with him and see what the lap times are, because if he carries on in this way, there's every chance we might see a squabble. So Jadon 133.1, Andy 132 flat, so 1.1 second gap. So we'll keep an eye. So it's 1.9 basically as they started lap 8. Or Zom and Oblivion. Go on, get the popcorn out, lads. This is the battle we all come to see. If you just throw Sir Goose in there for fun, that'd be excellent watch. Leave him with another half-second penalty. Royston going well. Odon has slipped back a couple of places now, so maybe he tried to attack Zom and end up losing out. And Joe Burns has fought his way through the pack of dicks, as I'm calling them, and he's now up to this little pack. And it's headed up by Oblivion, who has a half-second penalty in P6. So Joe Burns, you never know, could end up recovering pretty well after his poor start. I'm not too sure what happened, so there might have been an accident somewhere. Yeah, it's all fairly steady up the front. We're all talking about waxing in the chat. It's enough chat for one day. Yeah. Hi, Sean. What's the best squabble you've ever seen? That's a difficult question, that is a difficult question. I'll have to think. Let me do some thinking with my brain. Aaron is more into a bacon slicer. Yeah, fair enough. In other news, it's my final day at my current job tomorrow. Sad times, sad times. Likely will be tears of joy as I leave and run out of my arms aloft. Royston attacking Zom with all his might. Oblivion has stayed ahead with his after his half-second penalty, so showing some good pace. Zom doing Zom defensive chaos as he regularly deploys. Now Joe Burns has shown good pace to get up to these guys, but passing them all is going to be quite a different task. Now Jadon is now 5th. I just spotted that in the distance, and Andy is now 3rd. So there's obviously been an issue. He did a 137.3, and if I was slightly better at my job, I would have picked up on that sooner. But Bred, look how comfortable he looks. Yeah, look. He's normally really shit, Bred, and he's just, yeah, he's doing well. What's the new job going to be, Aaron? Spy. I'm going to be a spy. No, I'm going to be... He got a 2-second penalty and it dropped him back that much. What did he get a 2-second penalty for? Aaron, check phone. Oh, you absolute lad. Love that from you, Winston. I'm going to be joined by Mr. Smith for race 2. With all of his expert knowledge. And his really shit accent. Jadon with another second penalty. That is going to put him right into the grasp of Oblivion, which is not a place you want to be in. MI6 is hiring wankers now, yeah, correct. Now, what, James is crumbling. Absolutely crumbling. This lot, just, I don't know what they're doing, they're all just following each other around. Pagani's pulled away from the pack of dicks. Oh, Mikey with an ambitious move up the inside. Oh, he's absolutely... Oh no! What's happened? That was such a pathetic hit as well. Oh dear, I've missed him. I'm so pleased I got that on camera. Oh, exquisite. It's all his work. Glyn is staying close to Andy and he's doing a great job protecting. Oblivion has passed and cleared Jadon, who's now not too far away from this pack as Owen drifts around turn 1. That was so bad from Mike, wasn't it? Oh, I love it. Rumour has it Jadon has been spooked by fireworks going off. He's currently hiding under his bed like a scared dog. I heard he went and pissed himself in the shower. But, oh. How's Jonesy getting on? Oh, he's pulled 7 seconds in. You never know. I know you've been watching this back, Jonesy, and you'll probably be quite annoyed with me, but listen. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to fulfill your role that you're currently occupying in GT2. And we're grateful. All of us are grateful. Thank you, Unsafe. I was hoping you'd do that. Important news, it's Beck's 8th birthday today. Jesus Christ, is he 8? And he's still that stupid. Happy birthday, Bex. Now, I really want to shout the W word to see whether Tom's dog goes mental at home, because Tom's dog is an absolute maniac. So, the W word being wanker, of course. Now, Oblivion is, considering all of the penalties he's had, he's still 5th. He's going really well. Well, Joe Burns has cleared Royston and Odon, and he's now squabbling with Zom. Now, I think they're in a party together. I think there's a little group of them together, possibly. It's Joe Burns on the attack to the outside of Zom, which is not advised. Oh, Joe Burns. Oh, he's been hung out to dry it. And he's now lost the place out to Royston. Nothing wrong with it. Just good defensive driving. Stay on board. And Odon has to yield position. Oh, Zom's got very, very aggressively defensive there. Cutting across the track. This is extremely close with all of these guys. Happy birthday, Bex. Tom got you one of those, you know, the carrots with the ears. Tom will know what I mean by that. Oh, don't touch that, Joe. Now, the Supra's pretty nippy, if I remember correctly. So we'll stay on here with Joe. Carrot with ears, so I mean a ginger person. No, Joe. Nicely done from Joe. Now to hold that line. He's now regained P8 from Royston. No, so basically Tom got his dog like a carrot toy, and the end of said carrot, this kind of stalk, if you like. All the little green bits, for those that don't know what I mean, at the end of the carrot. Tom was describing that his dog had removed that part of the carrot and said, you know, the ear bit of the carrot, you know, the carrot's got ears. So So that's how Tom described that part of the carrot to me. So it's just look, you don't expect anything less. It's Tom, isn't it? So. So these are still squabbling away. I'm intrigued to watch this battle. However, it is the final lap of the race, and Bread has just absolutely pissed it. 5 seconds is the gap. He flashes it like Mike does to his wife, and takes his first win upon his return to FTRL. Good result for Derek in P2, and Andy is going to come home in P3 with teammate Glyn in P4. So the Milker Boys 1, 3 and 4, Oblivion P5 and Jadon P6. Now up to the line, I think Zom's going to just hold off Joe Burns. Oh, is he? There he is, just. Royston P9, Odon P10, Pagani P11 on behalf of Dusty Fossil, Nobby P12. Mikey has scrapped and battled and resiliently fought his way to a P13, literally by almost murdering Goose. For P14 and Jonesy P15, so we'll give it a minute for Jonesy to finish. Yes, we'll see if we can get a live interview with Camel Toe, also known as Mikey. I'm going to assume you won't answer.
Yes.
Hi, Mike.
Hello.
You're live on the stream.
Great.
I just wanted to know if we could get your view on the incident with Sir Goose that we definitely caught on the stream.
I tapped the back of him, so I waited.
Was it on purpose?
Yeah, 100%.
I hope the stewards are listening to that. It looked like an aggressive move. Was you trying to take him out the race at that point, or...?
What are you trying to do here?
No. I'm just trying to get the information. You haven't got to swear at me. I'm just the middleman. Was you trying to end his race there, or was it just for personal gain?
Personal gain.
A personal gain, fair enough. Right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Thank you.
We'll go with that one.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, nice one.
We'll go with that.
I'm surprised you wait because normally you're dirty and just drive off. But I wish you luck in race 2.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the other side. I hope you've apologised to Sir Goose and his family for almost committed murder. Okay, thanks, Mike.
Bye.
There we go. Swapping to land, says Oblivion. Let's see if we can get a big Winston in here, Mr. Smith, who's not appearing online because it's Tom. Aha.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Smith. How are you?
Is it me you're looking for?
Oh, it always is. Good evening.
How am I? Evening. How am I watching this with you?
Via the share screen.
Good.
I can hear myself in your ear. Yeah. Not too sure why that's occurring.
You can't normally, can you?
No. Maybe your mic volume's high.
A little better.
We'll see. Yeah, that's better. So thoughts on race 1? What do you think about Mike's attempt at murder there?
Chaos.
Yeah?
Utter chaos.
Has he said anything in your team chat?
I can give you live updates from it.
Oh, please do, yeah.
Zom was happy with his P7, as he should be. Derek's cool and quiet. Mike's not sure what went on. I asked him what strategy he's going to do. I got blanked.
Great work. He's probably chewing his phone at this point.
Although, that result for your boys has squashed everything right up at the top, I think. 1-2-4 from the pink tossers.
Yep. Only 2 points off of absolute maximum there.
Yeah.
In race 1.
You're going down to the wire.
Good result from old Brady boy, eh?
Yeah, he was speaking to him earlier. He was confident of a podium. I think his aim was tonight. So if you can get another one here, I think he'll be more than happy with that.
Yeah. What are we looking at for strategies tonight? What do you reckon we're going to see from people?
I think most people are looking at 12 or 13 laps on the medium and hards, and then gap filling the softs at the end.
Right.
I think.
So you're thinking we're probably going to see a lot of similar strategies?
Yeah, I can't. To get the softs to do any more than a single figures is pretty much impossible, I think. And then fuel, unless you're in a Lexus, is 10, 12, 13, something like that. So anything other than a 3-stop, I think's a bit weird. But
Yeah.
it's GT2, there'll be a 1-stop attempted and there'll be a 6-stop. Zom tries not to pit ever, even though I drum it into him that pit stops are normally quite good.
Yeah. Well, Zom's a bit of an anomaly, and he just kind of floats through life.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Porsche look good though, so I think the hands of bread, especially. I reckon he'll fight his way through.
Yeah,
I'm just interested in the Andy Jones battle for this, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's 41 laps, and where it's a smaller endurance race, even though 41 laps seems quite excessive, it's ×5 on the tyre wear and fuel, so the drivers have only got to use soft, mediums and hards for a minimum of 3 laps each, as opposed to 5 normally. So the softs, you don't think they'll get anywhere close to 10?
Not from. I haven't actually done any laps on them, but from the GT2 boys in my chat, it's single figures, mid-single figures.
Right, cool.
Soft hands Jonesy might get more, but
I love that name for him. Do you know why he was 30 seconds behind at the end of the first lap?
well, I don't know. But he was putting in the admin chat. He didn't realise today that the lap count had been put in the calendar and announcements. Every chat possible. Mike had done the race day announcements, and he still hadn't actually seen what was going on this afternoon. So we did say this morning, hopefully my race goes better, and race 1 didn't.
Oh, good.
So
He's an interesting character.
although I will back him up this week. The BMW does look shit.
So that makes me happy because Ross is in that, and anything that makes Ross unhappy.
Raging already.
Yeah. For those that don't know, me and Tom regularly text each other. Well, I mean, we speak pretty much daily anyway, but if there's anything that could ever so slightly inconvenience Ross's day, me and Tom jump on the opportunity quickly, don't we? So, and it seems to be like, oh, Ross hates this, text him and wind him up, and we seem to do that daily or close to daily.
Yeah, a couple of times a week.
Yeah. So if Ross is unhappy with a BMW, that's just music to mine and Tom's ears.
I joined the lobby, did some laps, and went, well, I'm fucking 3 seconds slower, so this is fucking pointless.
As he does.
Who's your money on then?
Now I'm just trying to remember, is it reverse grid from race
from
1?
what we just did, yeah.
Yeah. So who's going to be in a good position here?
Mike.
Oh, yes, Mike, though, isn't it?
Mike. What it was Jonesy, Mike, and who was second last? Pagani or
Goose.
Goose. What are they tyres down?
That's a good point. So I'm seeing a lot of hards.
Jonesy medium.
Yeah, so Goose is going softs. Andy's going softs. Lot of people on hards. So, right, who did you say? So you said...
Goose, Jonesy, Mike.
Jonesy's mediums. Mike's hards. And...
Sure softs on Goose.
Goose is softs as well, yeah. Mike's gone softs now as well. If Mikey wins, I'll donate €5 to FTRL. I think that's unsafe, yeah. If Mike wins, I'll double it.
Yeah. If Mike wins, I'll triple it.
Yeah.
No.
It could be 30 quid tonight if Mike wins. Ross said he'll do 50 quid.
Yeah, cheers, Ross.
Yeah, cheers, Ross. Appreciate it. Right. Rolling start.
Ooh.
So let's go through. So Jonesy mediums, Sir Goose softs, Mikey softs, Nobby Norris mediums, Owen first of the hard runners, Royston hards, Joe Burns hards, Zom, Jadon, Oblivion, all on hards, Glyn mediums, Andy softs, Derek hards, Bread hards, and Pagani hards.
So Andy here really needs to get up to 4th before the first round of pit stops.
Yeah.
Otherwise he's going to be fighting his way through.
Here we go. Lap 1 of 41. And Jonesy leads us off. Mikey's not had a good launch there, and he's now under pressure from Nobby into turn 1. That's very wide from Odon. It's not the best line, is it?
It's going to cause.
Oh, he's rejoined and twatted into Royston.
And now all of these 6 are going to. See, I squint at GT2 just because I know it's a headache of my evening now with reports.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the only one sat here praying that Joe doesn't twat Zom.
Yeah. Oh God! Zom's Verstappened it. Now, I don't know whether there was contact there from Joe, but Joe seemed to get past quite easily, and Zom went quite wide. But we have to see. Yeah, Bread trying to go around the outside, and he's very much going around the outside there. Bread, bit too much so. But Jones is already being a bust to the.
Yeah, Jonesy's mediums.
And then Goose and Mikey are on softs. Yeah.
You'll see after if you can keep them behind for 2.5 laps, they should give him a breather then, because the softs will explode quite quickly around.
Yeah, but I think it will be a given that Supra will get past on the straight. Yeah. The Nissan he might be able to hold off, but
Mike will just push him out of the way like he did in race 1.
Yeah, well, we've already seen that with Sir Goose, haven't we? So we'll keep an eye. But Sir Goose has already had a good launch out what is the final corner, I suppose. I think that little kink left is classed as a corner, but fuck it, don't really care.
And
Goose
Mike needs to be close now because there could be a chance to nip through himself.
Stay with Mike. Can he get the? He's giving Jonesy a push to put him. Just help him along the way.
Jonesy's still plugged his internet.
Oh my God! Jonesy's got his internet plugged into a fucking pot of hummus in his kitchen. He's definitely going to lag out in a minute, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. I think he just kicks his router when he knows he's having a bad night. He can feel it coming.
Yeah.
Mike's brave going on the outside of that laggy build.
No, I kind of respect it, to be fair.
Will he get the switch back?
Oh, this could be a good move from Mike. Oh! Oh, is that an actual bit of...
Proud?
No.
Yeah, true.
It's been...
He's going to drop it now.
Yeah. Imagine if he dropped... Oh, Andy's 6th already. We've completely disregarded...
Midfield.
Yep. Andy trying to go...
But look at them tyres.
Yeah.
2 laps in.
Now he's got Oblivion on hards behind him, sort of protecting him. Where's Jadon? He's in 9th with Glyn attacking him on medium. So Andy could do with Glyn getting past Jadon here.
Yeah.
Is that the switchback completed from week 1? I don't know. Are we classing that? I suppose you. Yeah, I suppose we are.
Yeah, it was enough. It was a long one, but it was.
It took about 3 to 5 business days, didn't it? Oh, Glyn. Now, will Glyn make a move? He's trying to pit him, yeah. No, Jadon late on the brakes. Yeah, that Nissan is pretty solid on the brakes.
Squad
but now,
ahead, is that Oblivion?
Yeah, we know you quite like the Nissan, didn't you, when you drove it at Watkins Glen?
I couldn't get my head around that car. Rage was coming out. Who's last? We've lost someone.
Is Jonesy? Oh no, it's not.
Who's gone?
Oh!
Reds, oh!
A solid
one. Mighty have fallen.
Yeah. A solid 158 on lap 1.
I like how it took us 2 laps to notice it.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm so shit at this. I don't. Whenever people go, Aaron, I really enjoy your commentary. I do not know why. Glyn ran the outside of Derek.
He's on mediums. I don't know if this is Derek attacking Glyn.
Yeah, oh, there's a wiggle from Pagani on the hards. Now, Pagani will only have hard tyres and then 1 set of softs to use tonight, so he's
going to save his softs for a bit of clean air, I think. So
yeah. You'd think so.
That is.
Just going to see how the front runners are getting on. So, oh, Mikey putting Sir Goose under some pressure.
Look at that Toyota's top speed there. Mike's not bothering with slipstream.
He's decided he doesn't need it, yeah.
But this is where Jonesy's race is coming back to him because they've got through and they haven't gone anywhere.
Nice from Mike.
Will that super have to lift?
How's the tyre difference? Oh, God, look at the difference.
Yeah, so that was my single figures number. That's
Oh, Mike up the inside. Slams on the apex. Gets it done. Oh, Goose.
Oh.
I mean, he's
Such a
famously
difficult
bad
to
on his
mess up.
tyres. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, there's a half second.
Oh.
Mike's done all the hard work.
Just let him back through. He's held it quite well, to be fair to him. Oh, sure. It's a journey, isn't it? It's a journey watching Mike.
You go from calm first lap, nice move into P2,
Oh.
nearly dropping it then, and now he's a second in the lead, somehow all in 4 corners. Oh, was that Oblivion? Someone was re-entering at a funny angle then. Yeah.
Not sure. I think we're okay.
Losing my mind.
Where's Jadon? So Jadon's still in P9, and Glyn has been overtaken by Derek.
Yeah.
So
I think fuel will come into this at some point because
yeah,
you do have to say.
who's in a Lexus? Andy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh.
oh, that's a bad one.
I'd love to say it's a hard pit entry, but it's 8 miles wide and straight.
Yeah, I love the way we both just froze there. We couldn't say, oh dear, oh dear. That's not gone well. That one. We move on.
Sure for you, Goose. We didn't laugh because it wasn't mine.
No, I think it was more the shock element, wasn't it? Andy up the inside of Nobby.
He's really made them softs work early on.
Yeah, solid from Andy. God, to be fair, he's probably going to have to come in end of this lap, hasn't he?
What's the fuel with Mike to And? Mike's doing well.
Yeah, if anything, he's slightly better than
Slightly
Andy.
better. But Andy has been overtaken, I suppose, so he has
Yeah.
been sending it, but still.
Who else is in a Lexus in this division? Do we know?
I don't know, every GT2 they all pick weird cars.
Yeah, oh, they got Pagani's in one.
He should
He's on
go
the
well.
hards.
It's good pace though from the GT2 boys, because we all know how quick Pagani is, and he's not going anywhere. They're
Right.
giving as good as they get at the minute. Bread's catching back up.
Yeah, Breed's caught back up. He'll finish still pretty well, I think. Now,
If you
Mikey's...
look at the leaders' lap times, I know Mike had a bit of a scuffy one, but this will probably be a high 33, mid 33 maybe. Andy's in 32.
Andy's going to... Yeah, I thought Andy might
Oh.
do that. Andy showing Goose how it's done.
Mike's lap time's 34.8. If you go back to Bread, I'm sure he's doing 34s on hards now, so I think that crossover's happened
34 flat he's done.
on a hard
Oh,
tyre. He's not out
Oh,
of this, Bread.
poor old Goose, auto TV power turned off.
Oh,
And he just twatted into the pit wall, couldn't see the screen and everything, and it all just went downhill for him. Oh, Goose. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm going to be extremely honest with you, it was hilarious to watch, but not for the wrong reasons. If for entertainment purposes, it was brilliant, but I'm very sad that your evening ended that way, mate. Anyway, we can all just root for anyone but Mike. Jonesy isn't last, and it's 6 laps in, so he's going well.
I'm so nervous watching that BMW turn in his hands. Any corner could be the end. Oh,
Oblivion's in one as well, shock.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Where's Andy come out in all this?
He should be in clean air.
Yeah, and he's on mediums as well, so...
He's going for a massive undercut, which he will get.
Yeah, well...
And that tyre on Mike, he's done.
Oh, Goose, I'm sorry, mate. Well, Mikey should pit this lap. I hope he does, anyway. Right, in he goes. And Nobby Norris inherits the race. It seems to go well in endurance races.
Yeah, no, he's a quick car. He doesn't practice, does he? So the sprint's his practice. And then this is his actual race.
Yeah.
So if you just put 20 minutes in a week, title contender.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just,
Why not?
He He practices in quali and race 1.
He could win GT1.
Yeah. Well, here we
Oh.
go. Oh, nice bit of contact in a straight line.
So Jadon on the hards, Glyn on the mediums. Can Glyn?
Getting
Yeah, he
done on
gets
the
himself
brakes.
ahead. Gets the job done. Nicely done for Glyn.
It's also
Yeah.
calm down a bit now. They're all spread out.
Yeah, it does, but it deceives you because this will happen and it'll all be calm and then it'll all kick into life again. Now, Andy's coming.
Way ahead.
Yeah.
There's about a second and a half between them. Yeah, it stamps on the brakes on pit exit, doesn't it? Not as big as I thought.
Not too bad. It's definitely made up about half a second, maybe.
Yeah.
But even so, it's not terrible.
And they've got a great gap in front of them now.
And Mike's come out on the hards.
So Mike now needs to do not Mike things and just set 34 flats because this midfield group from Nobby down, you do not want to come out anywhere near that group of 10.
No, well, Zom and Owen are revisiting their fight from race 1. Was this a Brazilian-inspired livery from Zom? I assume it is.
I presume so.
Yeah.
If they fair play to them, Zom, Derek and Mike put that many messages in, I do have to scan through sometimes. You know, when you go off a chat for a day and come back in and it says
I love the way
78
you say
messages.
you have to scan sometimes, Tom. You're the worst person for reading messages I've ever met in my life.
I am so on board the team battle this season.
It's been good, to be fair.
Credit to them three, they've worked so well together. Me, Homer and Rom have really benefited from, they've put a hell of a lot of laps in.
Yeah.
They're the first three to put strategies in and whatnot. You know, Zoms might not always be right because you have to tell him you can use the pit lane.
Yeah. You can use the change of tyres and refuel systems on.
But no, credit to them, they do. Just help out.
I thought you was going to say there for a second, credit to them because they've really put the work in and done loads of laps and then when you said me, Homer and Rom, I thought you was going to say I really let them down.
Yeah.
What? Right, now I'm unsure why Goose has rejoined because he can't get back in. But he can't get back out on track.
He might visualise it though. He's going to go on board with another Toyota.
And just drive it mentally. Goose, if you just put your race total lap time at the end.
And let us know how you get on and we'll just drop you
and
in.
We'll just pop you in there, yeah.
It might be a better option some weeks than having some of these lot. Rather than a race ban for constant penalties, you'll have to just do your own time trial race.
Yeah. Look at Nobby Norris's tyres and fuel.
I'm getting well.
Compared to Jonesy and Oblivion.
Soft hands. And that Porsche isn't great on tyres normally, because you normally have to whack the brakes weirdly to get it to balance out.
Yeah, well, Joe Burns is now P4. He's got Pagani behind with Glyn lurking as well, bringing James with him, and Joe has a half-second penalty, so he's going to, given where that penalty line is.
Yeah. I think James is going to have a run at him.
Yeah, it'll be close. I think he'll be somewhere between Glyn and James, won't he?
Yeah. It depends on this in lap. And that's the problem, you get a penalty, you try and make the time up throughout the lap and end up costing yourself.
Glyn down the inside of Pagani. Oh, a couple of big slides.
It is a deceptive track though, because it looks easy to overtake, but it's not an easy one to get past.
Yeah. No, it is. It's difficult. There's a lot of points on this track. Unless you get the right line, you're constantly having to lift through the corners and readjust.
As Joe's done that whole middle sector.
Yeah.
He had one corner slightly wide, and then you just.
And that's it then. Yeah, and he's lost all that time, and he's going to lose slip as well. I think he's going to pit though. Yeah, it looks like it. It's just not the worst thing in the world for Joe, but that second or so. Oh, James close to that grass on the outside.
You see with James, that's
penalty?
He goes a hell of a lot better when he's in clean air.
Yeah. Surprised that weren't a penalty, Tom.
No, you can abuse the hell out of it. Turn 1 less so, but turn 2 you can properly chop across. It's this corner here. any touching of the curb on the outside, that's just instant half second for some
Yeah.
reason. Even though you lose 8 seconds of time if you go out there. GT's weird penalty system.
Yeah, well, Glenn doing a really good job for his teammate here.
Yeah, and now Pagani's got clean air. He's sort of on the same strategy as these two, same tyres. Can sort of control it. He'll have loads of fuel if you flick on board, no doubt. There you go.
Yeah.
We're making the most of that Lexus. Oblivion's got a penalty in front, so he's going to come back to him, I think.
Yeah, Oblivion's cool. He's short on his fuel. Look at the difference. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, what's that? He's used just over 2/3 in 10 laps. We had to get to 15 at that rate. I think Ross earlier was saying 11, 12, so the BMW's limit.
yeah. Bloody hell. I must admit, my optimism is low for tomorrow for me.
He's after watching this.
Yeah, after just fuel and tyres and all that kind of stuff.
Porsche's going.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Porsche compared to the BMW as well.
Yeah,
I don't think Nobby's one for fuel saving normally.
To be fair, he normally tries to do as little stops as possible, Nobby.
Yeah.
Pagani is going well. Let's go and check in with those a bit further back. Oblivion's in.
Oh, Mike was 2 seconds off Andy.
And he's now quite a bit more. Where was it? This lap.
Hit it 3 times apparently, which he hasn't.
He's done a 1:39.7, and now he's on the 33.4.
But that still doesn't explain it.
6
He must
seconds.
have done that twice.
Yeah. Where's Bread's in there with Royston now, not far off of Derek and Zom. I still imagine Derek will feel he'll finish well, Bread.
What's gone Bread board with Bread so quick? He's doing 33s, 34s. He's just caught Royston and has dropped off again. So Bread can still get a podium here, I think, if he does get clean air for long enough, because his pace in race 1 was a joke.
Yeah, it was stupidly fast, wasn't it?
I don't think he's going to follow Royston in here.
So Jones is in.
James is doing well on fuel.
Yeah, these three are kind of as they were. James, I don't think will panic at this point. He'll try and...
No, when you're racing someone, if you're ahead of them on track, even if they have pitted, it does calm you down and settle you back down.
Yeah, so...
Andy being all the way down there, even though he has pitted, will just give James a breathing room for 10 laps.
Yeah, Glyn, by the looks of things, he's going to do 3 lots of 12 laps and then a 5 lap stint on the softs.
Yeah.
Which is similar to what you predicted, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't see much else. You saw the lads' tyre wear on the softs at the start. You'll get more if you pit on softs now and only put like 7 laps in, obviously, because of the benefit. But Zom's going well up in 5th because he was hating on it this afternoon. I think the lads put their heads together and worked out some strategies, but...
Yeah, Derek has caught up to him as well. He's gone pretty well. Again, he'll be in this lap. Where's Owen? Owen is quite critical on fuel, actually.
It's not... I don't think that's going to be too easy going up the hill for Owen.
No.
That's a bit close.
Wouldn't surprise me if he's in a lower fuel mix at the minute.
Yeah.
And Glyn will be in this lap, definitely. And so will Nobby.
Great stint from Nobby this
Yep.
in the race.
Pagani, is he going to go in? Yep, Pagani's in. Jadon carries on.
Look at Pagani's fuel.
Yeah, he always gets me with that.
Yeah.
He's a fucker for that.
I mean, it's 3 litres a second. And he's 14 litres up, 10 litres up on them lot, so you can see where the time's going to be made in the pits now.
Well, a lot of drivers in the pits now, so Nobby, Norris, Pagani, Glyn, Derek, Owen and Bread. Owen did just make it in, but Derek did get ahead of him.
So Bread's done well, he sort of got himself back on the pack, he sort of wasted 12 laps really at the start of this race.
Yeah. And Andy is 26.5 seconds off of James.
Half a tank of fuel.
Yeah, but he's in a good spot. Nobby Norris is going to be
Pagani's
in a...
gonna be close.
Yeah,
He's made 8 seconds on Nobby in the pits.
that's mad.
Did Jonesy pit onto mediums or soft? What's that? Because Jonesy's job
Mediums.
medium, so that undercut did work well for Jonesy. That's the sort of effect I was thinking it was going to have.
To be fair, Joe Burns has got a nice undercut as well.
Yeah.
He's on the mediums.
I love these endurance races because you have no clue where anyone really is until lap
35. And the trouble is, I just don't have any sort of brain capacity to even try and figure it out. Yeah, or reference or nothing. This is all just guesswork from me. So Jadon is in the pits, Nobby Norris is in the pits, Andy
I'll take the lead.
is going to come around and take the lead. Mikey is 20 seconds behind Andy, almost. So
Andy seems a hell of a long way in front of everyone.
yeah, well, Mike's laps, he's done a 39.7, 38 flat.
Yeah, that's that 10 seconds, isn't it?
So that's 10 seconds straight off the bat. But oh, Andy with a bit of a drift around turn 1. But he's going to have a massive lead.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this thinking Mike's still not in an awful position here. I know he's used his softs and mediums, but he's still the front of this massive train. Yes, they've got more fuel than him, but
I can't get over that gap.
Yeah, because Andy's got half a tank of fuel compared to, say, Jadon or Pagani or whatnot, who he started next to.
Yeah, Jadon's only just coming out now. He seemed to be in there for an absolute age.
Half a tank of fuel plus how many second gaps is going to be? 30? Oh, what guess?
31, 30, yeah, about 32 seconds.
So he's got... They're on the same pit stops now. And the only difference is 40 litres of fuel and it's 30 seconds up the road. That's a hell of an opening stint from Andy, that is.
Yeah. Oh, Oblivion and Nobby Norris. Oblivion's looking racy. He was always going to go for that move. I guess it's done.
Those off nicely.
I also like that from Nobby though as well, because like I said, although Oblivion cut the nose off there, which he's entitled to do, Nobby recognised it and didn't just try and leave his car there for the sake of it. Mike's round, Nobby's round, there's a chicane in the middle of the track. And Mike being in that good position he was in.
This is a Mikey evening tonight.
Oh yeah, good and proper.
Full flow.
14.5 seconds down on his best lap.
But no, like you were saying, it's hard when everyone's racing each other because everyone's idea of how to race is different. You do one thing, I'll do something else. You know, the next person will do something completely different, and it's trying to find that middle ground, isn't it, with everyone, where you sort of think. That's the hardest thing about the stewards, is that the way people look at racing, right or wrong, is so different most of the time. That something you think is a slam dunk, worst thing you've ever seen, 5 other people might think it's absolutely fine, and it's trying to get that middle ground where everyone's sort of fair.
Yeah. No, I totally get. I just quickly, sorry to change topic, but that upside down Nismo on the back of that car, does that upset you as well on the rear window?
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really does upset me, that, if I'm honest.
There's no way he made a livery. He thought he was in Group 2 cars at Bathurst tonight.
Yeah. It's just an idiot, isn't he?
Pulling away as well.
20.5 seconds clear of Joe Burns in second. Whereas Jonesy 1.5 behind.
Is Joe's best race?
Joe?
Since his return?
He's up there. He's had a few good ones, to be fair. He's been knocking on the door for a win for a while as well, Joe.
Last couple of weeks, he's definitely picked it back up again.
Yeah.
Well, I said it. That Pagani fight.
He was, honestly, you didn't really race Joe. But when we first started this, he was just that good. He really was good. He was like, I mean, Pagani's always been stupidly fast. Blue Flag used to be right up there with Pagani like every single week. and Joe was just that little bit ahead of him, and he was just so fast. I would have loved to have seen you and him racing at that stage, but I have every faith that Joe will be back up in GT1 and whatever eventually. It just needed a season or so to get himself going again, but
Yeah.
he'll get there. But it's just he hasn't done it for so long as well. We're talking several years, like at the start of GT Sport, that it takes a while to get going, and plus to get yourself properly back into it again.
Yeah, if you don't race for 2 weeks and literally just pick the controller, you're a second and a half off what you can do.
Yeah,
Like easy. And that's off 2 weeks, let alone 3-4 years or whatever it was.
yeah. But I mean, he's slowly getting into practicing more every week and stuff as well now. So we'll get him. He'll be back up there soon. Pagani's solid P6 on the hards. That's all he's had so far. He won't be in a bad spot at all.
No, you watch with Pagani, that fuel will tick back towards him every stint. He'll under fuel, jump people, and then match them back up by the end. He'll want to keep Glyn behind him though, because he'll want to run his own race. But if you're fuel saving and you've got a slippy Toyota behind.
Yeah, and Jadon's just slipped back ever so slightly from these guys. Oh. Mikey dropped back to P10. It's not going well for Mikey.
Has he had a scruffy lap?
He had a
two. Is that the pit?
It must have been a pit stop.
53 and 23.
Yeah, must have been.
Just seems a bit further back than the.
He did a 43.7 on lap 9.
Yeah, that must have been it.
But
that's just 10 seconds, I think, to the sort of Pagani group. It just shows though, even in GT2 now, you can't drop lap times.
Yeah.
The top 5 or 6 are so consistent now and quick that if you do like 2 laps off the pace, you know where now.
Yeah. Well, Bread's slowly starting to claw his way. Where do you reckon Bread can finish in this race?
Top 5.
You reckon? Would top 5 be a good result for him from here?
It felt a stupidly good result. I think
Yeah.
that's his limit. I think anywhere in the top half's good now.
Yeah.
Pace is there, tyres are there, but it's having this clean track. You can't sit behind cars for 3 laps at a time. There's only 25 left or something, so his lap times are good enough on mediums, 30 flats.
Yeah, he'll get himself. He'll get himself back up into that pack, I reckon. I think he'll end up eventually in the Glyn and James kind of area, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But right, Andy's in. It's just starting to fuel up.
So Andy's done soft, medium.
Yep.
Everyone else pretty much, I think, has used a hard tyre. So they will come back to him, but that gap just seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah, seemed. And Joe Burns has got just under a second to Jones. He was going well, to be fair to him. He's just done his best lap of the race. 1:32.8.
Very quick. Mid-race pace on mediums, that's shifting, that is.
Yeah, that is quick.
He's done 2 in a row. Have we found Jonesy's track?
I don't think
2
so.
weeks left of the season, he's finally decided he knows how to drive again. He's doing well. I love the livery on Southstone though for these.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
That is top work. If I tried to do it, I'd just paint it orange and slap some teeth on the front.
And write Halloween on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Spelled wrong.
I find liveries and stuff so impressive when people do them. I just can't do them to save my life. The best one
I'll
I
do
ever.
something, and I look at it and I convince myself it's okay, and then I look at it the day after and I go, that is the worst thing I've ever done.
To be fair, your beige car you had was horrific.
Yeah, but that had an E in it. Here we go. You got Jadon sniffing. And he'll be panicking now, James up. If he wants to win this title, he's got to stop beating Andy on points. Again, interestingly, not going for slip off Glyn. There we go.
Yeah, Pagani gonna hold it. Took him 1 hour to create unsafe, said.
That is a good effort. In an hour, I would have managed to pick the colour, and it would still look shit. Oh, James has given himself a great opportunity. Will Pagani choose to get James through? No.
Must say it was good drive. Well, good defensive driving from Pagani for the first couple of corners.
Yeah.
Because Glyn had a really good run on him.
Nice and patient from Glyn as well.
Yeah. Basically, just spammed a couple of pumpkin decals on it. He said.
It's better than what I could do.
Yeah, I completely agree.
This is a good thing as well about this mixed manufacturers season. You've got 3 cars with different strengths.
Yeah.
You've got the Nissan at the back, who's the best in the corners. Toyota on the straights, and the Lexus sort of the bit of the all-rounder.
Oh, Pagani. God, that was a twitch.
Is he going to go for a move there?
Nah, fair play to James for not doing that there.
I
What
think
he did?
if James is going to get past, he's going to have to sort of surprise one on him, because that Toyota... There we go.
Like this.
Yeah. Just left the door open, that front right slowly dying a death. Zom looks like he's had
Yeah.
enough.
Zom's struggling. Oh God, look at that front
Tyres,
right.
fuel, everything, yeah.
And Joe Burns is in. And Jones is carrying on.
He's
Oh,
gonna get
Zom.
trapped.
He's going to have to lift. Yeah, well done, Zom. Oh, that was almost...
I was waiting for the turn in.
That was
Glyn,
almost
you'll come
curtains for Glyn, yeah. The poor sod probably had no idea either.
No.
Glyn's probably...
on Pagani.
Yeah, Glyn's probably sat there thinking, well, he's trying to swipe me. Bread's still not got past Derek.
Yeah, it's just affecting their pace. If you look at that 32.8, 32.5, and then now into 33s.
Yeah.
Nobby chugging along nice again. Clean air. I think he's just pitted. Onto the hards. Lap times aren't fantastically quick, but they're consistent.
Just consistent, yeah. That's all you need to do. It's like I've said to people for a long time. It's a lot of the time. There's a lot of people that race in the leagues were, especially the older lot we used to have. It used to be a case of if they race online, they'd typically finish quite well and whatever, and then they'd come into one of our races and maybe finish like 9th, and then they'd be fuming. And it's like sometimes you need to recognise that, you know, we do have some really quick people in there, even in GT2. Like the top half of GT2, the pace is really strong. So if you can finish in the top 10 in GT2 sometimes, especially if you're quite new to it all, it's a fucking good result.
Yeah, 100%. And you got to understand as well that cars are different each week, and you're better at different tracks, and other people are better at different ones. And it's, I say to Mike and Zom and Derek this season, it's just average.
Yeah.
Just average. Don't crash. Don't get penalties. Hit your lap times, and if you finish first one week, great. But if you finish 6th one week, it doesn't matter, because the next week you'll finish 4th. And if you do that all season, you'll be top 3 in the standings.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you cannot afford to win one week and then finish 15th, because you'll never get it back.
Well, we kind of said as a... Well, Oblivion's putting Jonesy under some pressure. We kind of said in our team chat that we worked out that from last season, with the points from GT1 and 2, the title winning team, because I know there was about two or three teams that were really close in that title race last season as well. And we basically figured out that to just about scrape it like it was last season, you need to hit about 150 points each week as a team, as an average. Yeah. So we kind of said if we target 75 points on a Thursday, 75 points on a Friday, and then, you know, some weeks it'll be swung a bit more way to the other one. But if we can kind of hit that average as we go, we'll be in a good place, and we've got quite close to that as of your lot. So, and it's proved to be a good point again, yeah.
You know, I think the biggest thing people learn when they get quicker is they understand that one mistake doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the mistake you make after the first one that's the problem.
It's like I always say to Mike, like, if you make a mistake, it's like whatever, it's fine, but don't try and make the time up in the next corner, and because otherwise you're just setting yourself up for disaster.
All you have to do is, when I do something stupid or have a wobble or miss your braking point, is just the next corner is the most important corner.
Yeah.
And just do that one properly. And then once you've done that one, just do the next one, and then by the time you've done 3 in a row, you forgot about it and you're back in your rhythm. Whereas if you let it play in your mind and you look at your split time, you go, oh, half a second down and a second down, and then the guy behind's catching, you'll just flap, and before you know it, this half a second mistake becomes a 3-second mistake.
Yeah.
And with the speed of this lot in GT2, you just can't.
No. Absolutely not right. Well, Andy's doing his hard stint now.
Which is smart, I think.
Oh, Joey Corboy's in the chat.
Oh my god.
Martin.
Martin Clunes.
Evening, Joey. Mikey's.
Yeah. He's pitted.
It's not going well for Mike, this one.
We'll gloss over this week. He's had a good season though, Mark.
He has had a good season, yeah.
It's funny,
but... yeah, couldn't agree. We're good, Joey. How are you, mate? Thank you for coming along and tuning in. Much appreciated. We're just watching the GT2 boys navigate their way round Interlagos. About just over halfway through. So, at this point, we don't. Who would you say is net leading this at the minute? Andy? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Second, absolutely no clue.
Yeah.
I think the fight for second is between Pagani, Glyn, James, Oblivion, Joe, Jonesy.
So basically, the rest of the grid, Tom. Is what
The
you're
other
saying.
6, 7.
Yeah.
No, Mike's not in it. That would be ridiculous.
There's just
I think
cars
there's a
everywhere.
proper scrap for podium. Yeah, if you look at the track map.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What we're looking at here. Bread and Derek. Yeah.
Good pace though from Derek. So you look at the time again, 35.7, then into 34s and back into 32s. All these little squabbles cost you.
Yeah, well, Bread's found it hard to get past, but at least they're driving at a solid enough pace.
Can you just pop on Pagani and Glyn? Yeah, so Bread now is 10 seconds off the group he was fighting, pretty much on the same tyres and fuel. He was doing really, really well considering he was 20 odd seconds behind.
Yeah, so it will come back to him. Pagani's doing really, really well on those hards.
Yeah.
Considering we will see Bread in the pits this lap. Now I'm wondering whether Derek will go one more.
My guess is he's doing 12s, Derek.
Yeah.
Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was 12, 12, 12.
He might go in now to maybe prevent an undercut, but he probably won't. No, but Bread.
I think Derek's.
Yeah.
Derek's normally quite calm with his race strategies. He's not one to panic and change his mind.
Yeah.
Look at Nobby go.
Well, Andy is being caught by Oblivion, who is on fresh soft tyres.
The fuel difference isn't massive now, so that is sort of track position.
Yeah.
That is fuel adjusted, pits adjusted. They're about the same.
Where's Jadon in all this? Quarter of a tank left. He is really... Oh no, he pitted again.
Andy's where? They seem to have come back to him now, Andy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He looked 30 seconds ahead clearly, but now it doesn't look as much because if you had a pit stop in, you'd kind of be close to him. I think that fuel gap's come down maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
And
well,
the tyres.
Glyn and Pagani will both be in now. Glyn's lost a bit of time to Pagani this lap. 1.5 seconds down on his best. Those tyres are...
laps is just absolutely pounding them out. 33, 33, 33.
Yeah, that's nice.
34, 2, 34,
33,
9.
All of his laps bar one have been like within about a tenth or 2/10. It's impressive.
And he's in.
It's the reason he's a multiple GT1 champion. And a massive knob.
Oh, James's fuel. That's some saving. That's going to put him 10 seconds in front of Pagani.
Oof.
So
Now,
we saw Pagani and Nobby do that swing on the first stint.
Oh, this is interesting, this. Well, Andy's going to get passed by Oblivion soon. Hopefully he knows that Oblivion's on the softs. I'm assuming he does by how fast he's catching him up. Hopefully it's all clean for each other and stuff.
And Andy goes past the pits on half tank whilst the lads are on half tank in the pits, so this is getting close.
It's very close. And to be fair, if you look at the gap between Jadon and Pagani, it's not massive on the fuel as they're ticking down, and Pagani will slightly underfuel, I would think. But Jadon's 77 and Pagani's 92.
77, 76. Is that soft tyres then or medium?
Like
It's a weird
mediums.
medium length that is.
He's been making them last.
But to be fair to James, he's saved crazy amounts of fuel, so maybe that's his sort of 10-12 lap range.
Yeah.
This is where the hards kill you from Pagani's point of view.
Yeah, he's 7 seconds clear of Pagani, who's just squeezed out ahead of Zon, which he'll be relieved about.
And what tyres is on one? Because they look shiny fast, they do.
Yeah, mediums. Couple of laps old.
The thing is that you just see they're up to temperature and you make such hard work.
Yeah, now Andy needs to choose his battles here, because Oblivion's tyres will wear off fairly soon.
But
Set
he also
fast.
needs to keep Oblivion within range, because any time he takes out of him now is the time he has to catch up, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much here.
Nah, 2 compounds different as well, and fairly similar on wear.
Nobby's dropped off.
Yeah, was Andy going to have a go back?
It should be fairly straightforward from Oblivion on softs on the brakes. Just defend the inside and his tyres ain't going to let him turn underneath you. BMW's good for the fast stuff. It's the middle sector, I think, where they struggle.
Yeah, there we go. Right, well, 5.5 seconds clear to Joe, who is also basically on the exact same strategy as Andy.
So I think this is your battle for the win now. Andy's used his softs.
Yeah.
Oblivion's used his softs. Andy's also used mediums.
So this is your kind of net lead, isn't it, these two?
Yeah. I think Oblivion's used hards. I think.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be brutally honest.
No.
Can't remember.
I'm sure he was one of the ones on the first stint to use the hard tyres. James is pushing like crazy now to get past Jonesy.
Jadon going for it, and Jonesy's not long been out the pits.
Now you look at James now, he's on fresh tyres on more fuel than these in front. If he can get that lead gap down, especially to Andy really, to sort of within 7-8 seconds by the time this lot pit, he'll have soft tyres to have a go at Andy late in the race, so you never know.
Close this. This could be really exciting at the end.
I just can't believe we got it so wrong now. That Andy was 20 seconds ahead and it looked so easy.
Yeah, Unsafe just said Oblivion asked in our about a strategy in our team chat 2 minutes before the race.
Oh, love that pref. That's why you got good teammates.
That's what we want. Everyone's a bit different now. Sometimes you need that annoyance from a teammate just before a race
James
starts.
Is perfect.
Yeah. And Nobby. Nobby does it as well. Who's
yeah,
this?
but Nobby's always been like it.
So Bread has got past Derek now.
That's
So he's going to have a look at Royston. Oh, he's had to massively lift. Royston on worn mediums. Bread needs to do this pretty quick, but he's not going to do it here. It'll probably be end of the lap, I would think. But he doesn't want to let Derek get back in range. We'll stay with Bread for a minute. Doesn't want to force the issue either. There we go.
Oh. It just shows though that clean air Bread had in race 1 looked like no one could touch him today. And
Yeah.
as soon as you get put back in the pack for a few laps, you should get it done on the brakes.
You should have it here.
Nice and clean.
Oof.
There we go.
That broke himself a little bit and parked it, but
did enough. Sometimes it is better when people go for moves if you do sort of overshoot your brakes to make it clear that you're coming past. There's nothing worse than a car sort of loitering on your rear quarter.
yeah. One thing I've noticed about Bread racing tonight is he uses first gear a lot, as daft as it sounds. Like he'll, a lot of the time, yeah, proper through the middle sector, he will drop right down to first and stamp on, and he controls it well enough to not let it slide too much. And yeah.
Probably he's giving him a bit of lap time, but you might find he'll lose that and fuel by the end of the stint.
Yeah.
I can guarantee Pagani won't go anywhere near that. Andy's doing well now, he's pegged Oblivion back.
Yeah, Oblivion's tyres are going to, yeah.
I think they've reached their end.
Well, he will definitely be in this lap, fuel-wise as well. So Oblivion at the end of this lap, he's going to be going on to his final stint, which will be a 13-lap stint.
Unless he does one more.
Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, we saw earlier on that he only managed to get his, was it mediums? He got them only about 10 laps.
From
So
what I've heard off Ross, 13 in a BMW sounds like a hell of a long way.
yeah, so I'm wondering whether he's going to have to, whether he's going to go softs again and then maybe end on the hards, or unless he just double softs it from here.
Yeah, possibly. Or he could roll around and do another lap, but I think that's brave.
Yeah, I don't think he will do that. I'd be very surprised if he does. Oh, he is?
I think it brings him into that 12 where it's possible. He's got a second and a half to Andy to burn. Still doing 33s.
That lap is going to come. That lap time is going to come down, though. That gap, sorry, this lap.
Yeah. But if it saves a pit stop, it's worth it, I suppose.
Yeah, because he will. Oh, I'm scared for him
That
here.
tyre's not going to be fun.
No, but neither's that fuel. That fuel's not going to be good either. Jonesy's going really, really well, and Joe Burns can see the leaders. Yeah,
Nicely.
and he's.
I don't think Joe's used softs.
No, I don't either.
But as we saw, you sort of get 4 laps out of them, and then after that they become worse than the hards and mediums. So he needs to get himself within 3 seconds of Andy by the time he uses them.
Yeah.
I think he's going to make it. That fuel don't look good. I think his tyres will be alright because there's not many fast corners there.
Yeah, look at that though. There's nothing in that. If he gets there with minimal fuss in terms of his lap
Oh,
time,
look at his short shift.
yeah,
look
look,
at his short shift.
8 tenths,
He's
7
panicking.
tenths.
I'd stay on board with this because I think that's going to run out. I haven't even seen the rev counter yet.
Oh, he's gone. He's out of fuel here, and he's off.
Is he out?
Oh, he's got a 1 second penalty as well.
He's still got fuel.
No, he hasn't.
No, he's not. No, he's out.
Oh,
that wasn't
Oblivion.
worth it.
That's race over.
That's the wing on for Oblivion.
Yeah. Oh, he's got so much. He's got to go uphill as well in first gear around here. Oh.
He was level with Andy,
Oh, he's thrown it all away.
and that pit stop's going to cost him. What's his gap when he goes in?
No, he's
14.
miles back.
15. So 1 corner short of fuel has cost him 20 seconds.
Yeah, and the
Maybe
rest.
more.
Yeah, 25 probably by the time this is all done. And he's got a 1 second penalty as well.
Yeah. So the best part 22 seconds. For
Oh,
1
so
corner of fuel.
you admire the effort, but
Rom, don't do that tomorrow. Not that you're watching, you're too busy getting people pregnant.
yeah, true. Very true. Oh,
Oh,
Mike's
here we go. Here we go. Mike's
The-
going to get 11th.
the pack of knobs have.
You ever see a picture and think penalty?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Owen's getting impatient.
You could almost
Tom Lawrence.
screenshot this.
Yeah. Well, they've all missed the apex. They've all hit the second. Mike's not bothered with the third. Oh, look at him go.
I don't know who I want to go on board with here.
I mean, there we go. Oh, Mike's gone deep. That's not stopping. Is it? Surely not. He's
Nah.
going to get a penalty.
I've been trying to.
Oh.
He was committed to that corner. Oh,
Mike's coming with his inevitable penalty.
Yeah.
There we go.
oh, touch that grass.
The biggest switchback ever.
Nah, not happening. Hit this apex. Yeah,
Livion's just coming out the pit lane.
that is mad.
That is
Look how much
absolutely
time. He's a minute and 20 behind the race leaders.
Oh, Joe just sneaks into the pits on no fuel.
And he's in on 2. So Jonesy takes the race lead. Jadon in second. Look at he's going really well, isn't he? I'm impressed with him here.
It's going to be close. I think Andy's still the favourite for the win, but I think the podium battle for second is very tight.
Do you think how sure are you that Andy's got a decent enough gap here?
Well, I'm looking at him compared to it was Oblivion, but now Joe. And he's just got that sort of 20% fuel on Joe.
But do you not think that it's in
James
James?
will be closer. He's doing well on fuel. Every time you go back on
Yeah.
board with James, his fuel gets better and better and better. And he's going quickly. 32.7 on worn mediums is not to be sniffed at.
Well, he has, like I said, he bought a new wheel, didn't he, a couple of weeks ago? He bought the same one that me, Ross and Graham have got. Not that I use mine, but
Not that you threw yourself in.
well, I mean, I own it. It's an undeniable
Charlotte,
fact.
you should have just said Charlotte's wheel.
Yeah.
He's doing well. His results have picked up in the last few weeks. Part of me thought his moaning was just him being shit and he was blaming his wheel, but it does seem like...
Oh my god, he's struggling to get that car turned. To be fair to him, he's gone really well considering he's not even touched the softs yet. So he'll do this stint. Yeah, he'll do this stint and then he'll end up on the softs and he'll probably get a solid result. Bread's 3.5 seconds behind Pagani, which is a really good recovery drive.
He's coming fast, Bread is.
Yeah.
If you look at James as well and think James could be sort of rough net leader and Bread's only 11 off him with more fuel. Has he got more fuel than James?
Just over a quarter, just under. Yeah, not by much, but a second or two maybe.
Who's that?
The
That looks like one of
TGT2,
my cars.
Graham. Good taste indeed, yes.
Is that Mike?
Who's that?
Yeah.
What's he done?
He's just come out nearly lapped.
Oh yeah. Oh dear. Get
But
them
if you
blue
look
flags
though, 'cause
out.
James will catch Andy on fuel. He will gain, and Bread will gain on both of them. So
Yeah, where
Bread's
is
seriously
Andy?
in a good spot.
So Andy's 9th. He's 43.5 seconds off of James. And that is Andy now
close to
until the end. Yeah.
And you got to remember,
And Joe Burns
tyres
is ahead of
went into
him.
it. On softs, he can't go to the end there.
No, he won't. He'll have to do softs and then maybe hard. So Joe's going to have to do an extra stop.
Yeah, so
Ah,
Joe's
that's
out
a
of this
shame.
one.
Joe's out of the fight for the win. Oh God.
Yeah, unfortunately for Joe, I think where he is now, he's sort of looking at holding on to his top 8. Because I think a lot will be going to the end.
Oh, Owen. How's he got that much fuel but that low tyres?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Well, Glyn's back ahead of Derek, and that is very much net position as well. So we should start to see, I think, by lap sort of 35, that should be it then for who's going to be where. James 33.9 on the hards, again, some really good laps.
Pagani's not out of this for the win. If you look at his fuel, he's going to close sort of 5 seconds on James, and they're both going to be on softs. Andy's going to be on sort of 6 lap old mediums, and these boys are going to come out on half tank softs.
Oh, this is spicy.
So whatever gap he does have, it's not going to be a comfortable one. Because they're
Fred's swinging that car in, fair play. He's catching Pagani as well. He is giving this a right go, isn't he, Brad?
I'm just going to go and get a Haribo because we've had no trick-or-treaters. What a shame.
I can't believe for a second that you've... that's definitely your missus that's gone out and bought sweets.
And
Yeah.
she's gone out as well. I've ate half the packs. I'm just going to tell you, yeah, we've had loads. Fucking non-stop. I was like Willy Wonka at the door.
Right, James. He's going to go round again, but then he's going to have to do... Oh, so you're coming at the end of lap 34, so you have to do 35, 36, 47 laps on the softs.
Should be doable with the low fuel.
Yeah. Unsafer said more like Willy Wanker. Which, to be fair, is right.
Back it up.
Yeah, Bread's absolutely motoring up to Pagani, but Pagani's like, come on then, I've got way more fuel than you. So all your hard
be on the
work.
same tyres.
Yeah. Well, I want to grab a drink out of my fridge and get comfortable for this final stint. So that's an interesting line from Glyn, giving himself all the work to do for turn 1. So as tight as possible. Who should we go on board with here? Right, I'll stand board with James for a sec, just while I grab a drink.
Cool. He's looking good though, James. My money is going to be on Pagani for this race win, I think. Pagani or James for sure. James is definitely going to come out just ahead. And I think they're both going to have to pass and overtake Andy on track, which should make for a good end, but I'd love to flick through, lads, but We've fortunately got to stare at that knob.
I'm back. So your money's on Pagani, is it?
I think he's been on a step soft, harder tyre for 34 laps and he's still within touching distance.
Yeah.
It'll just come down to this fuel now.
So James is going to be in now, so he's going to have to do 7 laps on the softs. We'll keep an eye on Andy. Pagani, will he come in now? Probably go around once more. Bread's going to come in now.
I tell you what, that's giving Bread an absolute chance of beating Pagani here.
Yeah.
Because, yes, the fuel difference, and he's going to get 3-4 seconds Pagani's on fuel, but Bread's going to be an absolute monster on that outlap on fresh softs.
Yeah.
Andy looks a long way away from the pit lane.
Is James fueling up? Here he is.
Yep.
This is going to be seriously close.
60% maybe?
Yeah, something around that.
Andy goes through. James is done. James is done. Andy's going to be ahead, but it ain't going to be much.
Let's see what you're made of, Andy. Let's see what you're made of, my friend. This is going to be...
Andy's got to give it absolute hell for 4 laps here and wait for them, pray them softs explode.
2.5 seconds, possibly up to 3, is the gap.
He cannot let James roll them tyres in nicely and just close up. He's got to make him absolutely sweat to get there.
Yeah, and he's got Joe Burns just up ahead, who he's going to have to pit momentarily. Nobby Norris is going to come in soon. Derek and Glynn are going to come in soon. And Pagani is cruising. Look at this.
Yeah. He could go another lap, but you need to make the most of the softs. You can't just... He's going to drop out somewhere between Jadon and Bread. He'll be in that sort of... Bread's getting held up now. Gone for it. Jones has cut his nose off.
He's closed the door.
I think that's for position now. Is that for position?
Yeah. Jonesy on hards.
You bastard, Jonesy. Right, well, we got Pagani, pit exit.
Well, Andy goes round turn 1.
He's only lost 3 tenths to James that lap, so that's enough.
Yeah, and here comes Pagani. I think he's just going to be too far out, isn't he?
I don't know.
5 laps, yeah, look.
I don't know. We haven't seen Pagani on the same tyres as this lot yet. And he's been within touching distance.
That's a gap for 5 laps.
6.
That is... That's a gap.
I think Pagani can get Andy here. Especially if these two squabble. If these two squabble for 2 corners and cost themselves 2 seconds, he'll be there.
Right. If I gave you 100 quid right now, who would you put it on? Or how would you split it?
I'm going at 70 on James. 30 on Pagani. I can't see Andy winning it on them tyres.
1.4 is the gap, yeah.
I can't see him winning it, because if he fights James, he's going to let Pagani come. And if he lets James go too early, he'll just walk off. Or Derek's cut a corner there.
Yeah, massively, yeah. So Derek and Glynn are both here. Nobby Norris is about to come in, so now this is it.
Yeah.
This is it to the end. Andy versus Jadon.
He lost 2 laps ago, has become 1.1 second this lap.
Yeah. First and second in the Drivers' Championship. And fair play to Bread.
Yeah. Bread's going to be on for a 4th here. And what did I say earlier? 6th? 5th? 6th?
Your top 5, you said, would be a great result, yeah.
Yeah. And he's going to be a solid 4th, and he's going to be in a position to pick up any scraps that them 3 fight over. Mike's solid.
Oh, Joe Burns. All the way down in 12th. Just that extra stop. Done him. Yeah, yeah.
Everyone. See you all in the pits on lap 12.
Oh, well, where's
It's a shame for Bread. That spin would have... He cost himself so much at the start.
Well, he'd be first, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he lost more than 16 seconds. I mean,
And
fair
he was in
play.
traffic.
Yeah.
He's been in traffic all afternoon.
And he got he's got 4 seconds to Glyn, who's under pressure from Derek on the final stint, and then they've got a good gap back to Zom.
There's Oblivion's fuel.
So we're really going to stay with this battle until the end of
Yeah.
obviously flicking through, but this is it now for the race win. First versus second.
Closed yet?
No, not really. About 3/10. Not even that. But Andy's already made gains on James tonight from race 1.
Yeah, so any loss now wouldn't be a loss overall on the evening.
No, so Andy, even if Andy comes second here and James wins, Andy's still going to have gained on him in overall, I think.
And James's tyres are saying they're coming down.
Not too dissimilar.
I think Andy's only got 2 more laps here. If he can survive another lap and a half, it might massively swing back to Andy. I presume James would have got it done by now, to be honest. Oh, that tyre! I saw that drop. James's front right, you can watch it in some of the fast corners and just physically see the white line drop.
Yeah.
God, he's pushing that. You know, that's 100 quid. I could have lost that quite easily.
Yeah.
Because Andy's just been consistent enough to...
It's impressive. I always find it impressive when you've got first and second in the championship and some people that are so close, and then you've just done a 41 lap race, and after 38 laps you're separated by 0.6 of a second.
2 different cars, different strategies, different drivers.
It's just props to each other, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think James has got to get this move done this lap.
Has to be now. I mean, he's given himself his best chance. He needs a good run out of this final corner.
It's close enough.
Yeah, he doesn't want to overshoot it, which he hasn't done, or lose traction.
There
he
we
should.
Go.
Yeah, he should do this now.
Say that, Andy's just got to defend turn 1 inside. He's got a long, long way around the outside to go, and I don't think he's even going to be close enough.
He's going to pull up.
James has to make the move. Andy doesn't have to defend it.
Yeah. God, look at that! Look. Speed of that Lexus.
Yeah.
Oh, James doesn't want to touch that grass. He's been close to that a few times in this race.
Watch his front right now. Watch his front right tyre in the dirt, yeah. You'll see it physically drop on the marker. There it goes.
Oh, yeah, look.
Down.
Here we go. Now, how does Andy respond here? Does he just concede?
Oh, I don't know if you can. Because you say it's only 2 points, but how many times has the championship been won and lost by 1?
Yeah, no, I get it.
He'll be able to hold with him now, I think.
Yeah.
He might have to have a lap off, but if he keeps Jones under pressure...
Well, they are completely even tyre wear now, look. Pagani's 4.5 seconds, but he's only got 2.5 laps to do it in.
And his tyres are exploding as well.
Yeah. Oh, and he's pushing. He don't want to lose slip. He does not want to be out of slipstream. We've seen, obviously, that Lexus is faster than that Nissan significantly. And James has had a bad run through that right-hander.
You just need to keep him honest. You just need to put yourself in a position on the last lap where James has to think about it.
Yeah.
You can't let him get a second up the road.
Yeah.
I think he's got a good
And he's had a really good run.
Pagani's 3.6. Jesus Christ,
He's
what
taking...
kind of laps he had?
He's flying. Oh my word. So Bread's comfortable. We've got... Glyn has pulled a slight gap to Derek.
Leaders?
And see up the leaders yet. It's close. Not...
He thought about it.
He just needs to keep James under pressure, like you said.
Yeah.
Because James's tyres are now worse than Andy's, so Andy's...
Yeah. And there's nothing... Oof, that could be a penalty.
One penalty
There's
now
nothing
changes
worse
it
than
all,
having
doesn't
to
it?
push. Yeah, there's nothing worse than having to push when your tyres are exploding and you've got to be gentle. James knows he can't push.
Yeah, if Andy can make James push this lap
More
like
than
he's
he
doing,
wants to.
more than he
Yeah.
wants to, then he'll give himself the chance on the last lap, I think.
Yeah, and that crucially, that final corner's a left-hander, so James's front right will not give him anything.
Yeah, by the end of the last lap, James's front right tyre is going to be next to non-existent.
And look who's there.
Look at Pagani, look too.
Told you.
You speedy bastard. Look at the gap, look, 1:31.8 and Andy done a 33.9 to Joe. Oh, I did a little lovey.
And you just got to keep him honest here.
James has run wide.
He's missed the apex. Will we get a good exit there?
Mm.
It's not great. It's
not
better
great
than last time.
Yeah, I mean, he's not as close as he was last time, but yeah, James is tired. Look at that. Christ.
There's going to be panic stations final lap, that is.
1.9 seconds with 1 lap to go.
Oh, can we do another lap?
Andy and James won't want you to. My
we'll
bumhole's going.
43.
James wouldn't make it if he went to 43. I don't think he'd make it to the end of 42.
He's got the fuel. They've all got fuel. They can all push to the end, I think.
Yep.
Yep. 1.6. Pagani's about 10 corners away from being involved in this.
Oh
Properly
my
involved.
word.
James gone.
Been on the milkshakes. No, but I do have one in the fridge. There he goes.
And he's got a
Oh, not to the outside. He needs James to outbrake himself and cut back like Mike did earlier. I can't believe I've used him as an example.
Good
Pagani, 9/10.
From James. Right. So James now has to just be nice and calm. Hit the parks. Defend your insides.
Oh, who's your money on?
I said to me 30. It's looking good at the minute.
I can't get it. I just don't get it.
I can't see Pagani getting a run on both.
I wouldn't put it past him.
And he's got to make a move here. He's got to make a move, and Pagani's going to get the run, isn't he? Pagani's winning this.
Oh, Andy's parked it.
Pagani's winning this, Aaron.
Oh.
There you go. Andy's left the door open. Andy's left the door.
He's going to the line. The fucker's going to win another finish. Oh, I hate him.
James is driving to the wall in a strop.
James is in a mood. What a race. What a wanker.
Oh, what odds would I got on that 5 laps ago?
Oh, I don't know. But fair play. I'll tell you what, that is some effort from him there. He's had no medium tyres at all. He's had hards apart from about 6 laps at the end. And he came out 6.5 seconds off.
It was more than that. I think it was more than 7.
Jesus. Fuck me, Julie, sideways. Right, Bread P4, what a drive. I think, look at that. 10.5 seconds Bread was at the end.
And look at his lap. 31.7. Which is Pagani pace.
Mad impressive, isn't it? Glyn P5, so it's 2nd, 4th and 5th for the Milker boys.
That's a good night for you boys.
It is Derek P6, Oblivion P7, Zom P8, Nobby P9 in the end. Joe Burns will be disappointed with a 10th. Odon P11, Royston P12, Jonesy 13th and Mikey last.
Come on, Mike.
Oh, I've had a message from James. I really felt like he blocked me into the final corner there. Which he definitely didn't, let's be honest. He went for a move and went for the apex.
Jonesy, right. How the fuck have I ended up 13th?
That's a good point. That's a good point, to be fair.
We did have him down for the win at one point.
And how has he ended up 51 seconds off? Right, well, Pagani's your winner.
Yeah, forget it.
And he's come home in 2nd, less than a 10th off of. But what a fucking race that was! James in P3, Bread, what a recovery in P4. Good drive from Glyn in P5. He's had such a good season, Glyn. Derek in P6, Oblivion P7, Zom P8. Nobby Norris 9th. That's a close finish between those two as well. Look, between Nobby and Joe. Odon P11, Royston P12, Jonesy 13th. The poor sod. He was like
Is that
6th.
second penalty you got, Jonesy?
Yeah, that threw you off. Mikey P14 and Sir Goose with a big old stinky DNF. I don't think it was his fault, but it's one of those, sadly. But yeah, what a race. That was mental. Anyway, right. We will close it up there. Thank you for your company, Tom. I very much appreciated that. But yeah, we'll see you next week for the penultimate week of the season in GT2, where we are in the Group 2s for the final time, and we are at Bathurst. So for just one big old endurance race, so bring that on. And then we've got
the room will be open for a minute after the race.
And then the final week of the season, we are at Autopolis for a sprint week, ending the season on sprint week for the first time ever. So bring that on as well. But please come and join us tomorrow night. So we'll all battle it out for second. Because what's it? Actually, Tom, you didn't win anything last week, did you?
No, nothing.
Pile of shit. He's dropping Ross, the dominant force in GT1. Is he? Oh,
yeah.
That's what saying what?
We win one.
Play.
I feel really sad.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
My car's broke at home in real life, so I need to check myself up.
His mum was away as well, so he had a lot of sexual tension. But anyway, right, come and join us tomorrow night where Lee will be taking us through the action a lot better than me and Tom have this evening. And please all like the stream before you go. Nice one, lads.